right, today I want to talk about a little bit how trucking changed my life and how it could change a lot of other people's lives as well. So if trucking changed your life too, drop a comment, let me know how. So basically, I guess when I was a kid, I was a troublemaker, like pretty bad, especially like at a younger age. So basically, like I just dropped out of school, you know what I mean? Like I just kept on getting in trouble with the police, with my parents, with all that kind of stuff. And I always kept a job though, like I always did some kind of stuff, you know, like managed cell phone shops, did different things, but like I always had a job, so I always like, you know, I always knew that like, hard work was mandatory, so I always did that. But then I never like really was able to find like a career path until I actually found trucking. Like I mentioned, you know, I did drop out of high school. I did end up going back and getting my GED, but even that really didn't matter, because like luckily in trucking, like if you're good and if you get a chance, you land a job where you could actually like, you know, learn and become good. School's not really a mandatory like thing in the field. So that's a very big plus for a lot of people, you know, like just in my opinion in general, like college, like it's just a huge waste of money, especially if you don't know what you're going for. Like if you want to be a cop, you know, like a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, then yeah, I understand, you know, just go to school, you know your game plan, you know what you need to do, you know what kind of credits, all that stuff you got to get to, you know, to achieve your goal of getting that career. But for most people that go to like, you know, college, like, you know, interior design, all this stupid stuff, like you're just wasting money and putting yourself into debt. So one thing about like trucking that's good is like you really don't need an education. I'm sure it could be useful, like, you know, certain things, you meet people through school, all that kind of stuff. But like overall, if you learn the industry, become good, like school's not mandatory. So this is why it's also like a good option for people that, you know, did not finish school. Like a really good thing about trucking is like this industry really is for pretty much anybody that wants to work hard, bust their ass, you know, put in the work and hustle hard. You will be good in trucking. You know, either if you're like a truck driver, you work your ass off. You know what I mean? You can work your way up. If you're a dispatcher, you got like a hustle mentality. You're gonna keep on calling, trying to book the freight, build the relationships. It's really like a fun industry, you know. It really is, you know. Like I said, as long as you work, you bust your ass, like you could really make a good living out of it. That's why like a lot of people get into it. I mean, just overall, just like lazy people and people that, you know, don't care or don't have ambition or drive, then yeah, it's not going to be for them. Just like pretty much anything else is not going to be for them. But if you got the ambition, you got the drive, you want to hustle, you want to work, you want to build the relationships, you want to make money, then definitely in logistics and trucking, like this is a good place to do it. And if you got the drive, you will get it done for sure. Now back like to the money situation. Yes, like logistics, like it could change your life. You know what I mean? Like, you know, basically, I mean, I'm not rich. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get there, but overall, I've lived a pretty comfortable life working in logistics. I can't complain about it. So like if you have the ambition, you have the drive, this is a good place where you could make a lot of money. I mean, like from like even like I said, you could be a driver, you can, you know, work hard, you could bust your ass, you could buy trucks, you could put trucks on, have drivers in them. Even though like right now it's not the best time to do that, but even like as a dispatcher, if you're a good dispatcher booking good freight, you can make a decent, you know, well into six figures if you're a good dispatcher. If you get into freight brokering, like if you just land one account, you know, I mean that could change your life. You know, like I've seen people that make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, in sales, in logistics, you know, per year. So this industry does have a lot of money in it. And if you want to bust your ass, work hard, you could definitely find it and you could definitely make a lot of money and it could definitely change your life. Like personally, I don't really want to get too deep into my backstory, but I did get into trucking like kind of like out of spite, kind of out of anger, because I did have a family member that had a trucking company. And like I mentioned, I was like a fuck up kid when I was younger. They didn't want to give me a chance, you know, to work with them. So I kind of got into the industry like, hey, kind of like, all right, if you don't want to show me, then I'll kind of do it myself. I actually, you know, got a Polish newspaper. I seen somebody hiring for a dispatcher back. This is 20 years ago almost. They wanted to pay $15 an hour for experienced dispatcher. I got the interview. I'm like, hey, I'm young, I'm smart, I know computers. I'll do it for $10 an hour. Just give me a shot. That's how I landed it, you know. So like basically, like if you, like I said, if you got the ambition, you got the drive, and you want to do this, like it is a good industry to get into to make a lot of money. You just, like I said, you just have to want it. If you want it, you will get it. If you don't want it, you won't get it. Simple as that. Like another thing that's like really beautiful about the industry is like it's all sorts of people, you know, all like colors, races, nationalities. You got like, you know what I mean, like smart people that went to school. You got people off the streets. You can use your connections that you met through school. You can use your connections you met on the streets. I mean, like it's just a big melting pot of all sorts of people, felons, goody two shoes. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like pretty much everybody's accepted in this industry. As long as you're cool, as long as you're, you know, like cool with people, you don't like start shit, you're gonna be accepted anywhere and you work your ass off, you're gonna make money, you'll even get accepted even more. So I mean that's one thing that I really like about the industry a lot, like all the people you meet, the relationships you build. And it's just a fun, you know, it's a fun industry to be in. You know, it's super stressful at times. Like super, super stressful, don't get me wrong, but overall, like, you know, I don't see myself doing anything else. So basically back to the first thing, like how trucking changed my life, like it changed my life a lot because like I was really headed down the wrong path. I made some decent money like doing certain jobs, but I really did not start making like decent money until I got into trucking. And then like once you see in life that there is a possibility to make decent money and you can make even more if you put more effort in, then that kind of changes your life. It makes you want to stop doing dumb shit. It makes you want to concentrate on like, building like yourself in this industry to become more and more successful. So definitely it's like a key to like that opens the door that shows people that you don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to commit crimes. You don't have to do dumb shit. You could actually make money legally just by fucking working. And that's why like a lot of like jobs are dead end jobs. You're gonna go somewhere, you're gonna work per hour, and you're not gonna be able to like taste that you could make more money. So it kind of puts people back into that vicious circle of wanting to do more and more dumb stuff. So definitely trucking to change my life because like I said, like I'm definitely not rich. I'm definitely not poor. Right there in the medium zone, and it's been a pretty like comfortable life. I mean, obviously everybody has stresses and stuff that happens, but overall, like I just can't complain because life could have been a lot worse. Hopefully, it's still going to get a lot better because that's what I'm aiming for. Like obviously, every day busting my ass, but um, can't complain with what's going on. So it did change my life because otherwise, I probably would have been like probably like dead or in jail or somewhere. But instead of that, got into trucking, started trying to build something, and here I am today. So if you're thinking about getting into the trucking industry, if you got no better options, I highly suggest doing it because it won't hurt.